Welcome back to our Nioh 2 100% walkthrough. In this episode, we'll be doing the main mission called the Golden Castle. We've got 8 Kadama to collect, and we've got 1 hot spring location. My name is Azzavhar or Azza. Now let's jump into the video. Okay, so in this starting area, we have an item tucked away in the corner, so make sure to grab that bad boy, and then let's head on inside. I don't think the NPC gives us anything on this stage. So we'll grab the shrine. We can also pop out some levels up, so we might as well smash through those. Let's put 1 point onto courage. And yeah, we'll get cracking. We've got a bit of a beefy mission to get through, so let's go. Might be able to get some headshots. I think there are some human enemies in this starting bit. Just going to pop them in the head if I can get a good angle. That'll do. Got this spicy meatball just to our side. Give him the old one too. Okay. A couple of enemies knocking about. Nothing too crazy on this first bit. It is just literally shooting, slicing, shooting, looting, slicing, dicing. That kind of thing. So pop these open. And treasure chest just behind us there. So we'll just clear out this area. Some more enemies, human enemies. Just pop them in the teeth. Another one there. This gun's got an ability that makes us like move really fast when we're aiming, which is quite cool. We've got a doggo over there, so we're going to lock on, whip out the old shurikens, kunai. There we go. Managed to get in with the Kasuragami. Another human. Yokai just here. One of these. The high stance always does quite well against these. Gotta be careful because they do hit pretty hard on this level. Still not dead. Finishing with a kunai, I think. He just sidestepped it. Yeah, so let's crack on. We've got an item tucked away. We just picked up a Kasuragami there as well, which might be quite good. And this is the first Kadama. So we'll grab this bad boy. And a couple of things that we can do around the sides. So we could go like around the edges and clear this out. Another one of these. Give him the old one too. Critical strike. There we go. On smashing away. We'll just check out this this like side section first of all. Try and get all the stuff from over here. Go for melee, I think, for this guy. There we go. And we'll heal up. Also, before I started recording this episode, I did notice that on the previous episode, at the very end, it appears there was an ice cream van driving past the house. So you may hear like a random chime. The end of the previous episode. It's not you going insane. It is, in fact, an ice cream van. So in this room here, we'll just clear it out, grab all the bits and bobs. Nothing too crazy. Sometimes we can push through, we can like smash through some of these walls and stuff, but not in this room. We'll continue to clear out the side bits. The room here. I'll be able to pop that in the head. There we go. Let's watch out as they stand up. They kind of like do two spin to win attacks as they kind of stand up, and they do hit quite hard. I think we can actually go through here. Might find that you can like target an enemy's head potentially. Sometimes like goes red, but it's quite difficult to really pinpoint exactly where they are. Keep flashing red like very briefly. I'll just smash through, I think. That's taken quite a few arrows. There we go. But yeah, you can smash through these. If you can get a headshot, then, you know, fair play, go for the headshot. It will be a lot easier to do it that way. But other than that, we'll crack on. We've got an enemy top of the stairs. Item over here. And like I say, a lot of this bit is just really sort of like pushing through and just clearing out the enemies, really, on this first bit. I'll do that. We've got some doors we can pop open behind us as a shortcut, so let's crack these bad boys open. And that's the original shrine at the start of the stage. Some more doors, but we'll get those later. And then we'll head on up to the boss. Just going to double check. No, we're good. Yeah, head on up to the boss. So this level is basically a bunch of mini bosses that we've kind of like already fought before. You could rest at the shrine for this one as well before jumping in. Just going to use the same kind of tactics as we normally do. Get the sloth on and try and spam the feathers and stuff like that. So watch out for his little sort of like teleport thing. He usually does 2 kicks when he goes for his kicks. Going to try and get purification on. We are good. I don't think fire really does much to this guy, so it's all about the water. He's actually a fire type himself. Unfortunately, some of those waters missed, which doesn't help our cause. Reapply sloth if we can get that bad boy on. I think it's got him. I also really enjoy this music as well. Reapply our magic talisman. We should heal up as well because he does pack a punch. You could also go yokai form if you want to pop a cheeky yokai form. That'll work quite well. Goes for his 2 kicks. Gonna finish off with kunai there. There we go, just give him the old feather treatment. Other than that, yeah, that's that bit clear, so we'll just grab all the random stuff that is knocking about. Pop a barrier talisman on to help us with key regen as we're running through. So far so good. Get this item at the end of the corridor. If we drop down, I think it gives us a shortcut. So we should do that. We should be able to survive that fall. Probably just use the ladders, to be fair. That would be a lot safer. But we'll open these doors. And it leads us back towards the shrine. What we'll do is pop a cheeky rest. This is just like the original area that we cleared. And we'll get the shrine and then just run straight back through again. We can level up. Just going to pop that onto a little bit of dex there. That should do. There will be an enemy, I think, but I'll just try and run past him, or at least just pop him in the head. If he does spot you, sometimes he'll like follow you up the ladders and stuff, so it might be better just to take him out instead of him following you all the way up here. Right, so yeah, let's get clearing this bit out. Let's push on through these doors. Enemies at the end. That one, I'm going to whip out the old rifle. Or this guy here. Cheeky rifle to the face. Nothing too crazy in this section. Just going to push on straight through. The Dark Realm is the intended way over there. So we're just going to ignore that for now. Get the items, ignore that Dark Realm. We'll try a bow and arrow. Worked out quite well. Just give that guy the old critical strike. Head on up. Yokai waiting for us. Just buff up for that. Try and get Sloth on if we can. Purification if we can. Just a bunch of feathers. Should do the trick. There we go. So that's that. We've got a treasure chest. Pick up that bad boy. There's nothing really too much popping off up here apart from that treasure chest. So we'll fall down and head towards where that Dark Realm was. Which was this way. A couple of enemies in here, so just watch out. Just pop that guy in the head. I think there's a second one that pops out somewhere. Second headshot. Enemy here. I think it's one of those snake head things. Yep. Gonna back up because he's gonna do that crazy spin to win as he stands up. There we go, that should do that. We'll just clear out this area. More enemies. Pop that bad boy. Item against this wall in the corner, so we'll grab that. Item here as well that we've walked past. Divine Branch, nice. Another item here. And what I'm going to try and do is bring this enemy away from that other one, make our life a little bit easier. That'll do. And we might be able to delete this yokai by destroying the yellow crystal. I'm not sure if it... Sometimes it will like delete the yokai from existence. Sometimes not. So yes, in this instance, yes it does. Also clears the Dark Realm, so now we can see there is a Kadama tucked away in this corner, so make sure to grab that Kadama. Other than that, we should be good. So we'll push on forward, just grab all the bits and bobs on the way. Got a shrine. Just check you've got your Kodama blessing set as well. Other than that, we can work our way through the next bit. Just going to buff up for that bad boy. Try and lure this guy towards us. Ideally. Sloth Talisman if we can. Probably going to take a hit for it, but it's all good. And then just high stance spam into critical. That'll do. A couple of bits and bobs we can do here, so let's clear out this area. One of these snake head guys. Managed to get the shot, nice. There we go, just watch out for the spin to win once again when they stand up. Be a little bit spicy. We have some ladders there, but I think we've got some stuff to check out on this floor first. Another one of those enemies where we can potentially just get the crystal. Although this guy is coming in strong, so I may have to actually fight him. No, we got it. Watch out for the fall down as well. So ideally it's probably a bit easier not to fall down there, but we can still pull it back. There we go. If in doubt, feathers. So I think that clears that all those enemies out. So yeah, now since we're down here, let's check out this sort of like basement looking area. I think these ladders were probably the safer route to get down here, which was yeah, tucked away in that corner. We just went straight down underneath the crystal. What we'll do is just grab this Kadama in this corner and make sure to grab that bad boy for all Kadamas. We do actually need to go down into the basement. I think there might be some bits and bobs down there. Treasure chest just tucked away there in that section. So what we'll do is the ladders that way. Check this basement. All good. We've also got some more stairs kind of tucked away. Got a doggo, so we'll go for shuriken and kunai wombo combo. Nice. Let's check out where this brings us. We've got a scampus. We'll grab that. Head back a little bit. Double doors from this side. Okay, and that pretty much brings us back to where the hole was in the floor. So that's all that bit sorted. We can push forward into this next sort of like garden type area. Double doors here. This leads back to a shrine. It might be worth resting. No, we're all right so far, I think. So we can crack on. And next, we'll try and clear out this this garden. Next area. Might be another enemy just to our left, so we've got to be quite careful. I think we're alright. Go for a couple of feathers to finish the job there. Got an item on this body, so grab that bad boy. Other than that, let's just follow this round, make sure we've cleared it all out. Yep. There's indeed an enemy here, just laying it on the floor. Just giving the old wombo combo. Next we've got to clear out this mid-section. Be careful. We're in the dark realm, so you'll take a bit more damage and stuff. Once again, I think you can smash this yellow crystal and it deletes at least one of the yokai. Gotta be careful because there's some ranged enemies as well. Perhaps we can take him out. If we can get more headshots, then it might be possible. Although it's not really doing much damage at all, to be fair. Oh, that one did. That should do. We'll try for the crystal in the middle. Not sure if we're going to aggro any enemies. Once again, just be careful because I think it does, you know, create a hole. Yeah, that's just deleted that yokai there, which is always good. Let's watch out for others that may be lurking. I think this one is also an enemy, if memory serves. This thing here. Oh, it's actually out of key, so we could just, yep, that'll do. Just use feathers there. So let's grab all the bits and bobs. Give this guy the old 1-2. To delete him, we've got a Kadama in this garden just next to this tree. We'll grab that. That's where the shrine was. We can go this way. Going to check to the left as well. I don't think we've checked all the way to the left, so we probably should check that. Not sure where he's aiming for his attacks, but fair play. Makes our life easier, so I'm not going to ask questions. Right, yes, that's all that. We'll check this room out. Treasure chest. And I believe there's a fake wall. There is. Not quite sure which one to use. Blue? Perfect. Blue it is. So yeah, let's clear out this section. We'll head on down, grab the fake wall. Just check this room first. Don't think there's anything too crazy here. But around the corner, we have our one and only hot spring. So make sure to grab this hot spring for the All Hot Springs achievement. There we go. That's the one done for the stage. And on top of that, we've got a Kadama tucked away in the corner, so roll through and grab the Kadama. So that is that. Brings us out to like a basement section. Okay, quite a few yokai lurking around in this basement, so let's get cracking. That's one. We've got one over there. Just give him the old high stance treatment. Barrier on. Ideally try and get a sloth on this guy if we can do. Trying to get lock on, but it's not plate and ball. The timing on that was crazy because he was so slow. I was trying to figure out the timing for the burst counter, but I was like, this is way too slow. So that is that. That's where the hot spring was. Just clear out this room. Got a visitor here. We'll just take him out. Let's give him the old 1-2. Grab the items. So far, so good. A couple of different ways we can go. We've got stairs. And we've got ladders and Sudama. So we'll pop down. Might try maybe just headgear and see what we can get in exchange. Maybe we were blocking his way. On my mage's hat. Cool, so that's that. What we'll do, I think we'll go up the ladders first instead of up the stairs. So let's head up here. And I think this is how we get a Kadama, by going up these ladders. You can open these double doors as a shortcut. I think this leads to in front of one of the mini bosses. It does, but if you turn around and look around the corner, we've got a Kadama there, so you have to go up those ladders to get that. We've also got another mini boss just through here as well. So we've got two mini bosses side by side. To be fair, probably should rest before taking on a mini boss, I would say, because a lot of our stuff is kind of depleted at this point. So let's just double check this area. I'm not sure if we actually explored to this side of the garden, so let's just double check this side of the garden in case we missed any bits and bobs, which it looks like we might have done. Item there. Oh, I think this is just the stairs from the stairs from like the basement kind of section. on this side of the room. Just double check. Yeah, that's all clear. Okay, so what we probably should do is grab a rest and then run up to one of the boss rooms. So let's do that. We can also level up. So we should pop a level in there. I'll go for some courage. That should do. And we'll just check how many Kadama we've got so far. I've lost track, so take a quick look. We've got 6 out of 8 on the Kadama. 2 mini bosses coming up back to back. We've also got quite a lot of skill points. I've not really been spending those, to be fair, so feel free to pop those. I think I forgot to put them in the ninjutsu nodes. So there we go. Allows you to perform ninjutsu on yourself faster and extends the duration of its effects. Increases damage dealt by ranged weapons or throwing items. You can also pop some other points into some nodes if you want to. To be fair, I don't really use a lot of any other nodes really. So if you find something that tickles your fancy as such, then feel free to pop it on. You could go for, you know, paralyze resistance. We'll pop a few points into that perhaps. But yeah, I don't really tend to use too much else really myself. Kasuragami. Go for quick stat boost on Kasuragami. On my magic, I don't really use a lot of those either, so go for some fire resistance. That'll do for now. Just check your titles as well. Make sure you've used your points on those. Gonna go for anima charge. Other than that, let's crack on. Just gonna go straight into a boss fight now. There is a Kadama just around there, but I think it's like obtained from a different angle. Let's just double check. Yeah, so leave that for now. We're going for one of the bosses. Let's go for this one on the left first. It's 2 of these big boys. So I'm going to use a plant fruit to restore some of the magic. Magic talisman, purification talisman, and barrier. Then we'll try and get sloth on to get things popping. Sloth on that one, maybe on that one too if we're lucky, but we might get interrupted. I think we... I'm going to try, maybe I'll pop some salt on for this one to get purification. There we go. Then ideally I need to be using feathers, but he's being a bit spicy. There we go. That's what we need to do. Okay, I'm going to back up. Sloth. Barrier. Going to top up on sloth. Purification on. That'll do, and then we can back up. Finish the job with the feathers. I'll do. Grab all the stuff. So yeah, just purification and feathers on those. Try and keep your sloth on as well. You can do. I think there is like a bit of a cheeky secret bit we can check out up these stairs. Let's go check out this area. We have a Sudama and double doors that we can open. We'll drop an item. We'll go for... we've got some good Surigamis and also a Swift Hawk. drop that split staff and see what we get. Maybe a rifle would be quite cool, or maybe a longbow. Adachi, not the one, but fair play, we'll grab it. Okay, so a couple of bits and bobs we can do in this area. We also need to kind of like backtrack a little bit and do the other mini boss. There is a yellow crystal that we can smash here. I think it deletes some enemies in the room across. Stones in there. In the room over there. Don't think we can get through there. So that is that. Let's check these doors. Open from the other side. I think it's the other boss. So what we'll do is rest and then kind of backtrack a little bit and go to the opposite boss. I'm going to pop a point into heart. Do a little bit of backtracking. And then head to the other boss room. So through these doors. And this one. Similar kind of strats, we'll just buff up again, use the same kind of stuff. Try and get a sloth on. Watch out for those. Take out the arm, like we did in the previous strats. Try and take out this arm if I can do. Back up. Focus on the arm. I've got it. Ideally, want to get sloth on. Switched weapons by mistake. Watch out for that attack. It's got an insane range on it. So we're going to try and get purification on, which we have got on. And then other than that, we should be able to just use the feathers. I don't think water really did much there, so perhaps not water. You can burst counter that sort of like shoot forward type attack. Okay, so that's the other mini boss done. So far so good. Gonna double check all this. We do have a Kadama over there, but I think it's up above us, so what we'll do is run through the boss room that we just cleared. Up the stairs. I think this kind of leads us to the opposite side of these doors. Yep. Let's grab that. Just going to double check the end of this hallway. No, we're good. Okay, so we'll rest up. And just a little bit more to do. We've got 2 more Kadama to grab. Shortcut ladders are there. So we'll push on forward. A few yokai and stuff in this area. I think because we smashed that yellow crystal, it kind of deletes some of the yokai that are normally in this room, so you can just makes it a lot easier for yourself to after smashing that yellow crystal. Kadama just here, so make sure to grab this bad boy hidden away. I think that's the one that I was trying to grab from when we were like down below. And another boss. We've got Kasha coming up. We should be good for Kasha, I think. So let's just buff up. Try and get the sloth on as per usual. And she'll be weak to water, so what I'll do is use lightning first of all. Maybe top up a slow. So we'll blast through our lightning first, then we'll switch to water. It should delete. It does. Nice one. So that's Kasha sorted. We can push on forward. Up the stairs. Couple of headshots on that bad boy. And a couple of different ways we can go. So I'll grab this item. I think there's one more item below us. These ladders, I believe, is a shortcut. We'll jump down. Item tucked away. We can kick down the ladders. And we'll probably rest at the shrine as well because we've fought a boss, so worth resting. And then we'll head back up. Just a little bit more to do. I think we've got to clear out this room over this way. Once again, we've got another yellow crystal. I think we can just attack the yellow crystal if we're not spotted. However, we might get spotted. Got it. Is he dead? He's dead? Yep. Perfect. I wasn't sure. I was kind of half expecting to be stabbed in the back of the head whilst we were attacking the yellow crystal, but yeah, it looks like it's worked out well, so all good. And then we have a Kadama in this room. After we take this guy out, strike. I think the Kadama is just hidden behind these in the corner. So that's all the Kadamas for the stage, and we also got that hot spring a little bit earlier. So that's the hot spring and all Kadamas sorted for this mission. So that just leaves a little bit of clearing up, and then the boss. Let's get cracking. There we go. So that is that. We've got an item against the wall. Red spider lily, always useful. Items in the chest. Yeah, I think that's that. So let's rest up before engaging the boss. We'll just drop down these ladders, drop down these ladders, rest at the shrine. All good. Just check skills. Maybe just pop some points into some stuff. Increases your luck. The amount of Amrita earned when defeating an enemy with certain skills. Yeah, we'll pop that. Why not? On my magic. Not really too fussed about any of those, to be honest. That should be fine as it is. Same with ninjutsu. Not really too fussed about those. In terms of our setup for the boss itself, should be fine as we are. You could swap the plant fruits for spider lilies, which we may do actually. I think what I'll do is probably pop a fruit. No, in fact that should be fine as it is. So we'll just go in like that. In fact, we might need to use spider lilies on this one. If I remember correctly, I think this boss is a bit of a spicy meatball. I think it's a giant house. Or a castle, like a giant demon castle. So yeah, feel free to summon AI allies and stuff here. This one can be a bit of a spicy one if memory serves. I think it's a giant demon castle. And it's got like these tentacles that kind of shoot out left, right and centre. So we'll probably have to pop through most stuff we've got set up, like the fruit and the salt and stuff. In fact, I think what I probably will do is switch the fruit for the spider lilies, because can be a proper spicy meatball, this one. We don't really need treasure sensor on. There's definitely not going to be any treasure in this boss fight, so might switch out the treasure sensor with something a bit more beefy. What we got? Anima charge, lightning damage might be quite good. Mayo magic. Ideally looking for untouched ninjutsu or ninjutsu power. Untouched elixir, defense bonus. We'll just go for something like that, should be fine, I think. We'll just whack that on, that'll be fine. Bit of ninjutsu power. Yeah, so let's go for it. Similar kind of strats that we have been using. It might be worth popping on herbal remedy as well. If it gets quite beasty, you might have to whip out the herbal remedies. Well, I guess we'll see how we go. And a lot of the fight is just going to be quite similar, trying to apply the buffs like we normally do, like the elemental debuffs or the purification debuff on the enemy, and then whipping some feathers and stuff like that to try and do some mad damage to the boss. Don't forget you've got your inspiriting gems if you want to whip out yokai form as well. So let's give it a blast. Might even use a Scampus. Okay, so this fight can be a bit of a spicy meatball. Head on over to one of these tentacle things. And they can do a couple of different things. They can shoot like a sort of like the orb, like that, the ball. They can do like the head sort of spin around thing, like it just did. We essentially will take away its key, make it fall over, and then use some feathers. The burst counter timing is quite quick, so when you see the red thing, you want to be burst countering like pretty fast. So that is that. The first two, and then we'll take out the second two at the back. Watch out for whatever it's doing. Sometimes it does like the head slam straight down. Burst counter once again, that's quite quick. I'm opting to use flame feathers at this point. There is a reason for that. I'm saving my water and lightning for a little bit later. I'm going to try and rebuff, although sometimes on this fight it's easier not to rebuff because there's so much stuff happening all the time. It's quite lucky that we dodged that. So what we're going to be doing is taking out this one using fire. And the reason that we hung on to the water and the lightning is for this bit right now. So when this falls down like that, the water and the lightning don't have as much time for them to like hit their target, whereas the fire ones take a bit longer. So opt for Enki there because we were out of key. We can get some fire feathers in there. At this point, just feel free to go crazy and use everything you've got. You can whip out yokai form, which I think we might actually do. In fact, let's go for yokai form. We'll go for a few attacks there. Try and do as much as we can really in yokai form. That should do. Got one more. So far so good. I was hoping for flame feathers there, but there we go. I think the thing might fall back down again, so feel free once again to lock on when you can. Use your feathers. And that's that one. I think we need to do a critical strike. And yeah, that's that one. So it is a bit of a spicy meatball. Definitely, you know, feel free to use everything at your disposal for that one, like your inspiriting gems. Just use what you got. Use red spider lilies. You know, blast through those. Blast through your herbal remedies. Blast through any plant fruits and stuff like that. But yeah, probably the main trick there is to use the fire feathers on the smaller tentacles, and then when you get the opportunity and the larger tentacle, like the bigger tentacle, is kind of laying across the roof, then choose to use your lightning and water on that one, because it's got a doesn't take as long to hit the large tentacle, whereas if you use the fire, it would take a while for those to kind of like float across and hit it. So that's why I opt to do that. But yeah, other than that, that's the end of the mission. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.